large. The team was playing really good teams, beating really good teams.
Devontae slides inside, off the window and in! A 30-point ball game!
They really carried that momentum for that last 3 or 4 week stretch of the 2019-20 season into this season, despite having 9 months off without playing a game.
As a team, we was on a little hot streak right there, beating Miami to end right before the pandemic, and I definitely thought, that time away would kind of hurt us individually and collectively.
It was really hard not to be with our guys on the floor and not to continue that development process. What was tough is we had seen a lot of growth during that period over last season, playing probably our best basketball this season when this whole thing came to an end. And then navigating the uncertainty. We didn't know if we were going to go back into a bubble. We didn't know if we were going to play any more games. We just had to stay ready as best we could.
When you're working with these high-level athletes, obviously they know their bodies and they're going to get their work in on the court, but a lot of times you don't have somebody guiding them from a strength and conditioning aspect, cueing them on certain things. I did worry a little bit, but that daily communication, weekly communication kind of helped.
Try to stay low, pivot. If you got to bob up a little bit, that's okay. Pivot, pivot. See what you got here, Jalen. Squat low, jump high. Woo! There we go.
For the last 2 or 3 years, player development has probably been the key, to our organization going forward. When we hired Coach Borrego, we both sat down with ownership and with Buzz and Larry Jordan and looked at the ways, that we can improve this team the quickest. Overall, we've got to draft well. It's always easier to get a good player in the first round, although, you're not guaranteed. When you're drafting in the second round and in the free agent market for those players that were not drafted, it's a little bit more difficult to get that player that's going to contribute right away.
Well, development is a key principle here. Coach Borrego and Mitch Kupchak have made that such a huge priority ever since they joined the organization a couple years ago. And it's internal growth, and it's using the Greensboro Swarm, it's using the G League, it's building up that depth, finding the roles for guys, and not only finding roles for guys, but also putting them in a position to succeed and having these guys buy into those roles as well. You see that with Miles Bridges, you see that with Devontae Graham.
Specifically, your coach is designed to, enhance whatever you do that helps the team. So before I got here, I never really shot a lot of off the dribble, pick and roll, threes, and working on passing and things like that, which is mainly what I do, come off, shoot threes and find guys in pick and roll and different things like that. So I think just constantly doing that over and over every day, definitely helped me in my role that I'm playing.
Work at it. It's a credit to our guys that they're invested in it. They trust it. They trust the G League process as well. Our staff does as good a job as anybody preparing these guys, working with them every single day. It's a combination. It's everybody. It's what we do. It's what we're about. We're about development as coaches, as players, as an organization. To me, that's what defines success.
If anybody asks anybody on the Hornets roster, how was your weekend, they would say exceptional. So they're playing in Miami now, feeling good about themselves with good momentum and confidence.
We put in a lot of work together. We do a lot of talking to each other as well about basketball, just to help everybody do what they do best, whether it's on the defensive end or offensive end.
Monk. Oh, keep it on, Malik.
If you're out of the lineup, certain guys aren't getting as many minutes right now, you have to constantly stay working on your body, stay working on your conditioning, stay locked in on your film, locked in on your skill work, because your time's going to come.
That really just be my mindset every time I go in the game now, just to get a spark any way I can.
Catch and shoot three from the left wing. Got another. Stay hot, Malik Monk.
Whether it's scoring, getting a couple steals, fouling somebody hard, just letting people know that they're not just going to bully us around and take over.
Malik Monk. He is dangerous from deep today. 8 threes, a career high.
Malik just a natural scorer. Some people just gifted like that. You just come in and easy 30-point game like you've seen in Miami out of nowhere. But he's always had it. He can shoot the rock and he can create his own shot, get to the rim. It's like he got the total package.
Malik got it, and we're tied. Oh, what a ball game, Malik Monk. Hayward's got him. Oh, he settles, and we've got overtime. The Hornets say thank you. We'll play 5 more minutes.
Melo behind the back, crossover, spin move, leaves it for Zeller. What a dime!
Devontae, a 3. Got it! Oh, glorious for Devontae Graham!
In overtime, a 129-121 victory.
Malik, answer this question truthfully. Did I not say we're going into overtime? You're going to hit the time 3? You said. Okay.
You said you wanted it that way, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Let's give Lee, Lee, fantastic. You stuck with us. You've earned this. You've earned this. You battled your ass off. You stayed professional. You stayed ready.
I think there's 2 things that have allowed the Hornets to not just compete with, but beat elite teams across the NBA. One is the belief. They're not going into games scared of anyone else. And the second is they play a specific style of basketball that is tough to prepare for and tough to counter. They're so team-oriented. They're so unselfish. So what we're seeing is still just the infancy of their basketball relationship. As good as they've been playing team basketball at this point, I think the best is still yet to come.
Cody darts to the back and throw it on the free.
We get along so well. We always like to play, joke around, laugh. I said it, I think in the interview, like you can't get too high, can't get too low. You go on losing streaks, you go on winning streaks, but you just gotta make sure, you stay together. Always bring that joy, play with joy. When you out there having fun playing the game, you play different. You have fun sharing the ball and different things like that, laughing, smiling.
No, my voice be real high. Until I throw it.
This has been a day like none other in Hornets history. The Hornets unable to have shoot-around this morning, unable to do anything because of COVID-19 protocols. They have since found out that 3 players will not play, P.J. Washington and both Caleb and Cody Martin.
It's a new situation for us. We're just going to have to navigate and figure it out. No script for this, and that's okay. We knew that's what we signed up for this year, and now we got to navigate it. So. It was just a strange day overall. We found out early that there was something brewing, and it's just hard to get clarity. We just got clarity a few minutes ago, just got into the building a few minutes ago, and now we got to navigate and figure it out together.
I'm sure James Borrego has done everything he can to get his team prepared. He's out on the floor rebounding balls right now. That's a guy that loves his team, and I know his players love playing for him.
When you look back at all the factors that came in, there was no shoot-around. You lose 3 guys before the game. You have no warm-up.
Open look for 3, got it.
Terry, my goodness! No one can stop him.
It just means they can play through anything. There's nothing that can stop this team in terms of adversity. They can overcome anything. And I think that Minnesota win was probably one of the best of the year, just factoring in the circumstances. And you had a lot of guys stepping up that game.
4-point lead, hanging in the balance. Towns. Oh, man.
Kidding me?
Rozier, open look. Got it! Oh, like oxygen. Towns. Oh, my goodness.
Word.
It's Towns and Rozier going to work.
Rozier on the left wing with 90 seconds left. Step back 3, lets it fly. Got it again. Hornets will take the W. Queen City wears the crown tonight.
Well, good win for us. From now on, this is our new routine. Just meet and play. That's it. Don't want to hear no warm-up or nothing. Let's go play. No problem.
JB's used that term resiliency a lot. He used it last season, whether it was coming back in a game and coming back from being down by a lot and being resilient and continuing to fight. This year, that resiliency is really manifested in another way against COVID and coronavirus protocols and things like that. And you've already seen it, kind of affect the team a little bit. You've had guys missing, only down to 8 or 9 bodies.
Hornets trying to keep their recent run of success going despite dealing with some recent battles with health and safety protocols. We're back inside Spectrum Center where the 13-14 Hornets will play host to the 15-11 San Antonio Spurs.
Malik Monk, how do you do? All right, the Hornets need every bit of that offense he's providing.
It's definitely started last season and has put the Hornets in position where they can continue to compete this season regardless of the circumstances.
Still even at 89, Monk getting downhill on the baseline. Nice pass to McDaniels on the inside. Beautiful find by Malik.
Wow, Terry Rozier picked the pocket of Gay. Loose on the floor, and Miles rips it away. And had it taken away by Pirtle and a foul. Oh, no! Derek White. This guy won't go away.
Hornets, shorthanded, gave it everything they had, but was not meant to be on this evening. Team will settle for silver linings tonight as they drop it 122-110.
I want you to think big picture right now, big picture. That we are a team, we stick together. Through the highs, the lows, we get better right now. So I appreciate your effort tonight. All 8 of you busted your ass. All right, proud of you guys.
The Hornets' next 2 games have been postponed due to COVID-19 safety protocol.
The Hornets were the last team to play the San Antonio Spurs before their COVID-19 outbreak.
We've had this type of year going back to last February. So we've been in this situation. We just got to adjust and adapt and find ways to communicate and connect, away from each other right now.
It's certainly an odd season dealing with COVID. There's no doubt about that. I think the team makes the best of it, and I think there's a benefit to being young going through this. I talked to Miles Bridges. He said it was kind of like being back on the AAU circuit where you don't even know who you're playing necessarily. It's just, here's the ball, here's your uniform, go play.
So happy to be back in the Spectrum Center, getting ready to play Hornets basketball. They're taking on the Warriors tonight. Terry Rozier, he has played phenomenal up into this break.
Quite a bit of news. Steph Curry not feeling well, will not play tonight. Terry Rozier trying to get going. Bottom of the well, all wet for number 3.
I think you'd be hard-pressed to find a player that has improved and improvised as much in the last 2 years in the NBA as Terry Rozier.
Terry Rozier cuts through a double team, half-court heave at the buzzer, banks it in!
He's averaging over 20 points a game right now. He's one of the top 3-point percentage leaders in the league. He's shooting 45% on almost 7 threes a game. I mean, he just continues to take another step forward. I think he can continue to progress. There's no question he should be in the conversation to be an Eastern Conference All-Star.
Rozier, 21 points, 13 have come in the second half.
Closing into the final minute of our 4th quarter. Oubre! Hornets need to answer. Rozier. Hit. Oh, yeah! He got hit! Oh, wow! Hornets need to stop. Loose, and a rebound Wanamaker. Hornets have to foul. What do we got? A jump ball! Loose, Gordon's got it, hits the deck, and a timeout! Hornets get a timeout!
An overcharged bitch, and you hear 2 guys going back and forth, and then they call a technical.
Uh-oh. Did he? He did! And it's gone! That means he's got 2! Oh my goodness!
We trying to hurry up and draw up a play because we know we're about to get 2 technical shots. And I know I'm shooting them, but I don't have a chance to get to look at the play. So I hurry up and shoot 2 technical free throws, and then coach try to run over there at half and tell me basically like, we're just gonna give you the ball, you're gonna ISO at the top.
Chance to win it right here. Rozier.
Around his screen, fade away, the buzzer, got it! Got it! Terry Rozier beats the buzzer!
Yes! Terry Rozier! How do you do?
I was I seen one go through, I seen two go through, and it just felt like the ocean. My teammates, my coaches did a great job down the stretch, trying to give me the rock, and we made it happen. Oh!
I know that's cold. I know.
He has displayed that top-end talent level. To be an all-star, you have to be a star. He is certainly scoring at that level, and the team is competing at that level.